What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We gonna get into the awards next week. Might end it off with a nice little end of the year show to show what we may pop up with next year with as far as the live show, and then making a live show into a radio show at some point in 2018. And this right here is some top 5 fighters, but in no order, that I think may break through next year in 2018. They could be world champions, prospects, contenders. I mean, you can give me your 5. As far as my definition of this list is guys that's going to break through on a casual level of popularity. Now, we know hardcore fans know about these guys in different regions, or everybody knows about most of these guys at this point. But I mean, breaking through with big wins and getting, getting that recognition on the casual fan level. We know the casual level matters the most. And, let's get into the list. First I'm going to get into Khalid Yafia. I can't pronounce this guy's name, but he's in the super flyweight division. He's a WBA champion. He's been linked to fighting Roman Gonzalez. I don't think it's going to happen on the super flyweight new edition card in HBO, but hopefully, next year, he can get that fight. And I think that fight may cross him over from, I think he's from the domestic UK, to, a little bit more recognition in America and everywhere else. He's a very talented guy, and he's very willing, from what I'm reading, to take on that fight. I watched him a little bit. He got some skills, and, with, Gonzalez being a little bit shop worn, he can capitalize on that popularity and propel himself, into with the bigger names with Estrada, Sorg, and Inoue, whatever that guy's name is. He's a beast from Asia in the super flyweight division, in my opinion. Another guy is Lee Selby, another UK guy. A lot of UK love on here. I like Lee Selby. He's a very talented guy. I understand that he went through some tragedy. He went to drink. I think his brother died or some tragedy happened in his family. And he had some tough fights, but he's a very skilled guy. He's not your typical UK fighter. He's a guy whose game is very suave, smooth. He got like a American style fighting, especially a black American style fighting. He picks his shot. He can box very well. He's got a little bit of slickness to him. Got good fluidity in his punches and combinations. And I've been a big fan of his for a while. I've been waiting for him to break through and take that big fight. And hopefully he can get that big fight versus Carl Frampton next year. It sounds like Frampton is fighting Donaire. Frampton's been open to taking the fight with Lee Selby, and has been poking fun at Lee Selby for not taking big fights. And I think this year he takes the leap. Frampton might think Selby is scared, but I think Selby has a good chance at putting paws on Carl Frampton's backside. A lot of people may not agree with me. Another guy is Regis Prograis, who's at the top of the screen. Very talented guy. Has to learn to take take some steam off of some of his punches. But he fought Earl Spence to go to the Olympics. And I think they fought a couple times in the amateurs, and Earl Spence was just barely beating him every time, and it was razor thin close. So he has the amateur pedigree. He has the power. He's from New Orleans, fighting out of Houston right now. Nickname is Rougarou. Guess it's a beast or a monster from New Orleans or something like that. And he's looking to make his name, and I think he's going to make his name. And as far as with the world champions, at 140, he's at junior welterweight, and he's in an unofficial tournament, which he should be fighting Victor Postal. I don't know when that fight's going to happen soon, but he's going to look to knock out Terrence Crawford and knock out Victor Postal and do what Terrence Crawford couldn't do to Victor Postal, and those is his words. He wants to, outdo the next guy. And he's one of those guys that can knock out Victor Postal, beat the winner of Jose Ramirez and Miramon, and become a 140-pound WBC world champion, in my opinion. And also, we got Josh Taylor, who's in the middle of the screen. I think he may be set up to fight Terry Flanagan if Terry Flanagan can get past Maurice Hooker, a guy out of Dallas who Terrence Crawford passes the torch to at 140. Terry Flanagan, dropped his 135 title and moved up to 140 for whatever reason it was. And if he can beat Maurice Hooker, it just makes sense to Josh Taylor to get the Terry Flanagan fight. And I think he'd dog walk Terry Flanagan right now. There's no contest, and that'll be his crossover fight. He'll be a world titleist, and I think the world will pay attention to him. And by that time, Regis Prograis may be a world champion. And the other championship belts with Lipinet taking that one, and the WBA junior welterweight championship belt should be all sold up. And we have a few new champions at 140, and we can start talking about unification bouts at the end of 2018 for those guys. The last guy is Jermall Charlo. He's in the cockpit. Seems like he's going to fight Hugo Centennial Jr., who just talked about like it's a real possibility of him and Jermall Charlo fighting. The winner of that fight is definitely going to propel to, world championship level. Hugo Centennial Jr. is one of the few, few middleweights that can, match Charlo's physical height at 6'2". Julian J. Rock, him did fight to a no contest. More people thought that Centennial Jr. quit versus J. Rock, so that give you a mind that how, Jermall Charlo might beat the crap out of him. But after that, he'd be the interim title fight, and after that, he'd be fighting Triple G, because I don't think Canelo's going to fight for Triple G again, fight for Triple G's WBC again. So, win, lose, or draw, Triple G going to have to see Jermall Charlo unless he moves up, and him getting a world championship fighting opportunity on HBO potentially could be great for him and be, another breakthrough. Like I said, I didn't have any of these guys in order. These are my top 5, breakthrough fighters for 2018. Let me know some guys you believe that's going to break through. Don't have to be contenders, prospects. They could be world champions. Just 5 guys you think going to be on the world, be on the casual level and break through with popularity. We gone.